Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the, already July 9th, 2018 City Council meeting. For the record, all City Council members are present. The City Manager is being represented tonight by Jody Andrews, as Mr. Tripp is out of town on a training exercise. At this time, I would ask you all to please rise and join us with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, Ms. Parker, take the roll, please.
Atchison.
Here.
Bird.
Here.
DeCambra.
Here.
DeMott.
Here.
Pinter.
Here.
Seitz.
Here.
Scully.
Here.
Council, you have before you the consideration the minutes of the June 25th meeting. Ms. Seitz.
Mr. Mayor, I move that the City Council approve the minutes of the meeting of June 25th, 2018, as presented.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, the motion is carried. There are no presentations tonight, and the next item on the agenda is citizen communications, a period of up to 5 minutes where anyone who has an item they'd like to bring before the council may do so, unless there is a public hearing scheduled. And tonight we do not have any, so all items are open for discussion. So at this point I will open the floor up to anybody who'd like to come up for 5 minutes or less. All right, seeing none, we'll move on. Mr. Andrews, do you have any reports for tonight?
Not tonight, Mr. Mayor. Thank you.
Don's not going to like you filling in and leaving all that work for him. You know that. All right, next item on the agenda is Ms. Bird.
I wanted to give a shout out to our Parks and Rec department. This past Wednesday, we had an amazing fireworks and full day celebration that accompanied the events in the evening, and it was so well done. I think every single year we go, this event gets bigger and better, and anyway, hats off to our Parks and Rec staff and all other staff who participated in making it a really great event. You did a tremendous job.
Other comments from council? Mr. Kirschbaum, Mr. Cantu, you're both in the audience. Would you please stand? Since the crew that I met today is not here. For the council and those in the audience, I received a confirmation this afternoon that during a paving operation, a lady was returning home with an animal who had just come out of surgery at the vet and wasn't able to walk. So our crews had the street tied up with a paving operation. They could not let her drive the street. So the crew stopped their lunch break, went and picked the animal up along with all the groceries that the lady had in her car, and they carried them a block in to the lady's house and left her car on the street. And that's the kind of customer service I am damn proud of. Dave, please pass that on to the crew if you will. Okay. There being no other comments, we'll try to see if we can get some business done. Next item on the agenda is the consent agenda. It's a group of routine matters on to be acted on by a single motion. We have reviewed these at the pre-meeting. There was no request for any item to be removed from the consent agenda. So at this time, Ms. DeCambra, would you like to make the motion?
Yes, Mr. Mayor. I move that the City Council adopt the consent agenda items 8A through 8C.
Ms. Scully?
I second.
Okay. If you will, please, as soon as I can get it to work. Come on. There we go. All right, now you can go. Your lights, please. Okay, motion carries on a 7-0 vote. Next item is Councilor's Bill number 25. Ms. Scully?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I move to pass Councilor's Bill number 25 on first reading, amending Title IX, Chapter 2 of the Westminster Municipal Code to change the definition of a street to include alleys and sidewalks and to eliminate language which requires the fees assessed to be based on whether the cut is longitudinal or transverse. That's a hard word.
Ms. Bird?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion on Councilor's Bill number 25? Seeing none, this is a roll call vote. Ms. Parker?
Atchison.
Yes.
Bird.
Yes.
DeCambra.
Yes.
DeMott.
Yes.
Pinter.
Yes.
Seitz.
Yes.
Scully.
Yes.
Motion carries on a 7-0 vote. Next item on the agenda is Councilor's Bill number 26. There we go. Mr. Canberra.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I move to pass Councilor's Bill number 26 on first reading, authorizing the city manager to execute and implement an amended economic development agreement with Alamo Westminster LLC.
Ms. Seitz.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion by any member of the council? Seeing none, this is also a roll call vote. Ms. Parker.
Byrd.
Yes.
DeCambra.
Yes.
Demott.
Yes.
Pinter.
Yes.
Sights.
Yes.
Scully.
Yes.
Atchison.
Yes. Okay. Motion carries on a 7-0 vote. Next item is resolution number 19. Ms. Byrd.
I move to adopt Resolution Number 19, authorizing the city manager to sign a purchase and sale agreement and a repurchase option and post-closing agreement with Westminster Station Regeneration LLC for Lots 1 and 2, Block 1, Westminster Station Filing Number 1, for development of 2 mixed-use buildings in substantially the same form as the agreements presented to council.
Ms. Scully.
I second.
I have a motion and a second. Are there any discussions by any members of council? Ms. Pinter? Okay. Seeing none, this is also a roll call vote. Ms. Parker?
DeCambra.
Yes.
Demott.
Yes.
Pinter.
Yes.
Sights. Scully.
Yes.
Atchison.
Yes.
Byrd.
Yes.
Okay. And go back to the next one. All right, next one item is the authorization for an intergovernmental agreement with the cities contained in Jefferson County. Ms. Pinter.
Yes. Move to authorize the mayor to sign an intergovernmental agreement with the city of Arvada, the city of Aurora, the town of Bennett, the city of Brighton, the city of Commerce City, the city of Federal Heights, the town of Lochbuie, the city of North Glen, the city of Thornton, and Adams County to establish Adams County Sub-Regional Forum process to coordinate transportation planning efforts and funding requests to the Colorado Department of Transportation, the Regional Transportation District, and the Denver Regional Council of Governments.
Ms. Seitz?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Are there any comments by council? Just for the record, this item and the one to follow is a piece that we're working on through the Denver Regional Council of Governments through the Transportation Improvement Process TIP policy for 2020 through 2023. And these regional agreements are a county is the region. And because we are split between 2 counties, we do one for Jefferson and one for Adams. And contrary to what I just said, this is for Adams, not for Jefferson County. So both of these forms are essentially the same. As I indicated to council earlier, Jefferson County wrapped up their regional council meetings this past week. We still have a couple of more meetings left in Adams County, and right now, as part of this going through a budget call in the fall, these IGAs needed to be in place. Members who will be participating for those funds. So this is a part of what we do as a regional area for in cooperation with our partners to try to secure funds to complete transportation projects that will not always be able to be funded by the municipality or the county, but us working together as a group helps bring that money to us. So I appreciate the council's move on this. Are there any other comments on item D? If there are none, this is a vote with your light. Okay, the motion carries on a 7-0 vote. Next item is intergovernmental agreement with the cities of Jefferson County. Ms. Scully.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I move to authorize the mayor to sign the intergovernmental agreement with the city of Arvada, town of Bomar, city of Edgewater, city of Golden, city of Lakewood, city of Littleton, town of Morrison, town of Superior, city of Wheat Ridge, and Jefferson County to form the Jefferson County Cooperative Transportation Forum process to coordinate transportation planning efforts and funding requests to the Colorado Department of Transportation, the Regional Transportation District, and the Denver Regional Council of Governments.
Ms. Pinter.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion by council? Seeing none, this is a vote with your light, please. Okay, and the vote is a 7-0 carry. Next item was F1. This is an increase in contingency for the construction contractor Reynolds Construction. Ms. Byrd.
I move to authorize the city manager to approve an increase in contingency for the construction contract with Reynolds Construction LLC for the Little Dry Creek Interceptor Sewer and Sheridan Boulevard Water Main Project in the amount of $350,000, increasing the total authorized contingency for this project from the previously approved amount of $1,175,000 to $1,525,000, and bringing the total authorized expenditure with this contractor from $8,013,572 to $8,363,572.
Ms. Scully,
I second.
I have a motion and a second on this item. Is there any other comments from council? If not, this is a vote with your lights, please. And the motion carries on a 7-0 vote. Next item is an authorization to increase the contingency. Ms. Byrd, if you would, please.
I move to authorize the city manager to approve an increase in contingency for the engineering contract with HDR Engineering, Inc. in the amount of $35,000, increasing HDR Engineering's construction contingency for the Reynolds construction project from the previously approved amount of $165,040 to $200,040, and bringing the total authorized expenditure with this firm for all Little Dry Creek Interceptor sewer project areas from $6,585,057 to $6,620,057.
Thank you, Ms. Scully.
I second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any comments from council? Again, this is a vote with your lights, please. And the motion carries on a 7-0 vote. Next item is an authorization city manager to execute a contract with Brindle Group. Ms. Seitz?
Mr. Mayor, I move to authorize the city manager to execute a contract with Brendel Group in the amount of $110,000 for consultant services to facilitate and develop the Westminster Sustainability Plan.
Ms. DeCamera?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Are there any questions or comments from council? Ms. Byrd?
I just wanted to take a moment to thank Paul Schmeeken for all of his great work advancing our sustainability goals as a city and making some real progress for us. I know this is something that Councilor Seitz is going to comment on more, but I want you to know you have a lot of support, and we're very excited about the work that you're doing.
All right, Ms. Seitz?
I do have a quick comment, and I want to say thank you. This is a goal that this entire council has carried for quite some time. It's in our vision statement, and this is really a step forward to actualizing that vision. We have an aspirational goal. We have somebody that's going to help implement it, but first we need a plan. And so this is the right step forward so that we're really strategic and efficient and wise in our use of government funds, of taxpayers' funds. I do just want to really quick, I've heard feedback actually even from a gentleman that's in this audience that what does sustainability mean? And I think a lot of people think of it as just environmental sustainability, but really the way Westminster is approaching this is a holistic, how do we keep intergenerational equity for our city? So economic vitality. So I'm going to read from the staff report. The plan will cover the full range of sustainability issues for the city. Possible topic areas include energy, water, parks, housing, transportation, economic vitality, community health, safety, land use, and other issues. So this is going to really make sure that we're making decisions today that don't impact future councils and future residents' ability to have a high quality of life.
Other comments from council? If not, this is a vote with your light, please. Okay, motion carries on a 7-0 vote. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the business of the Westminster City Council. From that meeting, we are adjourned, and we will reconvene as the Westminster Economic Development Authority for a special meeting. First item on the agenda is the minutes of the May 14th meeting. If I could have someone motion that one in. Ms. Scully?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I move that the City Council approve the minutes of the meeting of May 14th, 2018 as presented.
Could I change your motion for one thing?
Yes, sir.
That needs to be the Westminster Economic Development Authority, not the council.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do I have a second to that motion as modified? Mr. Camera?
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second from the board. All those in favor? Aye.
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 Any opposed? Hearing none, the motion is carried. First item on the agenda is resolution number 188. Ms. DeCambra.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I move to adopt resolution number 188, authorizing the Westminster Economic Development Authority Executive Director to execute a contract to sell real estate to the Urban Land Conservancy for their property commonly known as Holly Park, which is located at the northwest corner of West 96th Avenue and Federal Boulevard, in substantially the same form as agreement presented to the board.
Ms. Byrd.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Is there any comments from the members of the board? Ms. Byrd.
I'm just very excited about this project. This is a real move in the right direction. Our council's been working very hard to build more homes that people can afford, and this is a great step in the right direction to building more of that inventory, making sure that we're serving our citizens and partnering with great people in the development community that want to do this work. So I'm very excited to work on approving this first stage of the agreement.
Ms. DeCambra.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I am so excited about this project. I really cannot be, and I see our partners we've been working for a while together on this. You know, as a city, we've done, and I think for our council, it's been a big priority to make sure that we have a diverse housing stock, that we have affordable housing, that we have housing, market rate, and we've made great progress. But there's an area that we still need to do better, and that's the area of affordable housing, or workforce housing for sale. And to be able to do that with this project is very exciting, and it's even more exciting that we get to partner with ULC and CLT, and I just think this is very, very exciting for our city, and I look forward to partnering with you all in many more projects. So thank you very much for putting your faith in us, and I cannot rave enough. And thank you to Jenny and Molly and all of the economic development team and community development for making this happen.
Ms. Benter.
Yeah, I just want to concur. In addition to what my colleagues have said, which is very well said, and we're very excited to have you as partners, Holly Park has been a challenging parcel of real estate for us for quite a while. And this is a really great use to add quite an amenity to our community, to our residents, and to fill a gap in our housing inventory. And so for me, this is a win-win, and we're very excited to have this.
Any other comments from the board? Hearing none, Ms. Parker, this is a roll call vote.
Demott.
Yes.
Pinter.
Yes.
Seitz. Yes. Scully.
Yes.
Atchison.
Yes.
Byrd.
Yes.
DeCambra.
Yes.
Folks, there we go. All right. This motion carries on a 7-0 vote, and members of the authority, that concludes the business of the Westminster Economic Development Authority Board for tonight. So therefore, we are adjourned. And we have one other item left, a presentation from Let's Go Colorado. We will take about a 5-minute break.
Let's Go Colorado. This is on you to do this efficiently. You got this?